Welcome back, everyone, to another episode of Rental Regrets. As always, I am your host, Victor Nub, and today we are looking at WWF Raw, developed by Sculptured Software, published by Acclaim Entertainment, and released in the United States in November of 1994. WWF Raw is the third game of Acclaim's trilogy of WWF games released on Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, with the game also seeing versions released on the 32X, Game Boy, and Game Gear. All three games played in much the same fashion, with all wrestlers capable of executing a base set of moves. The second game in the trilogy, WWF Royal Rumble, introduced a version of the titular match type, along with illegal moves such as eye pokes and chokeholds, as well as allowing players to use each wrestler's finishing move if their opponent's health fell below a certain point. The third game in the trilogy, the game we are looking at today, further supplemented wrestlers with unique movesets that were more in line with their real-life movesets in the ring, and introduced comically overpowered mega moves that defied logic as well as the laws of physics, but were incredibly powerful if they connected. I say if, because they often required long build-ups to execute, sometimes long enough for their opponents to simply walk away. While WWF WrestleMania featured wrestlers that were largely representative of the golden era of WWF, like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man Randy Savage, and the Legion of Doom, Royal Rumble and WWF Raw featured wrestlers that were more representative of the new generation, like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, and The Undertaker. WWF Raw also had the rare distinction of being the first US-released video game to feature a female wrestler in Luna Vachon. WWF Raw was not a huge success critically or commercially, as WWF itself was experiencing a dip in popularity in the mid-1990s as a result of backlash from the steroid scandal of the early 90s, as well as a lack of transcendent talent on the level of a Hulk Hogan. That's all the notes I had. Let's go ahead and get it started. I will give them credit for one thing, if nothing else in this game. The intro is exactly what WWF's Raw intro looked like at the very beginning of the program when they started showing it on TV. Almost exactly the same. They had all the little video packages where you see Bret Hart doing the second rope elbow drop onto an enemy. I think they had Razor Ramon doing like a back body drop where he throws the opponent over his shoulders. Even the negative of The Undertaker in the background. It's amazing that they got that as close to accurate as they did. So we're going to start off in a one-on-one just so I can kind of get my legs here, try to remember how exactly the game works. We'll do it on 3 because I really don't remember what the game is like. And I don't care who the opponent is. All right, so who do we got? Oh, we got Bret Hart. We got The Undertaker, naturally. Yokozuna. He was in this game and maybe in the arcade game. Not a ton of games other than that, because his time with the WWF was maybe 3-4 years before he actually became so overweight that they fired him because he just couldn't move around the ring anymore. He is part of the heritage of people in the same family as The Rock and Roman Reigns nowadays, as well as Rikishi and the Usos. They're all part of one large family bloodline, basically. Yes, I know the name of the group is the Bloodline. Razor Ramon. Yeah, it's such a cool intro song. I think Diesel's in here somewhere. Lex Luger, when he was running with his Mr. USA gimmick, basically, and was supposed to be the next Hulk Hogan, but it turns out fans just didn't like him that much. There's Doink. Shawn Michaels. I don't think you could talk about any wrestling game in the 90s if you didn't include Shawn Michaels, basically. 1, 2, 3 Kid, who had just started getting big around the mid-90s because he had the big match against Razor Ramon where he actually won for once. He came over as basically, he was billed as like enhancement talent, where he couldn't beat anybody. He would go out into the ring, the other wrestler would just manhandle him, and he would lose in a couple of minutes from a couple of very simple moves, but he actually managed to get over against Razor Ramon, and that was kind of the beginning of his career. I love they put Diesel's height as near 7 foot. Owen Hart, who had a big falling out with his brother, and this was kind of right around the time that he started wrestling as a bad guy. And then Luna Vachon, who was really just kind of a ring manager. She wasn't really a wrestler. They only had one other person she could ever really wrestle against, and that would have been Alundra Blaze, or Medusa, if you go by her WCW name. All right, I guess we could do a Bret Hart just to kind of get started. They're putting him against Razor Ramon. It's an all-out assault and one-on-one pinfall match. Coming up next! Doing a terrible Vince McMahon, and of course the King on the right there. Definitely wouldn't have been saying that stuff. He was always the bad guy announcer. Okay, not that. Come on. There we go. Kick, punch. Now, they don't list them as far as I remember. By the way, a chokehold is supposed to be illegal, but I see the ref isn't giving two shits about it. No! Ow! Oh, we're probably going to have to turn the difficulty down if he can get away with attacks that easily. Get him. Oh! Shoulder breaker. Well, that's not what I wanted to do. Oh, we got it. Oh, you missed. Gotcha. Oh! I gotta remember to use the shoulder buttons. That's where a lot of the... Why do you keep getting away with chokeholds, dude? What's the ref support on this? Ah! Yeah, I'm gonna turn the difficulty way down. Good lord! I am jamming away on buttons and it's not making a difference. Alright, well, if the ref's not gonna call chokeholds, then I'm going after the buckets. Come on! What is this? I don't know what I'm doing wrong! Alright, get out of here. No, you're not getting that. Ass. Oh, God! I'm gonna lose. I can't do anything. Like, the game is just not registering my inputs. I don't know, it's not because I'm not attacking or hitting the buttons fast enough. I'm definitely doing that. Oh, God. I'm screwed. Yeah, we're turning the difficulty to 0 because I couldn't do anything! Oh, f*** you, dude. I didn't even do the razor's edge. Boy, the King looks really disappointed in me. All right, well, we're turning this down to, like, that. All right, we'll go back to Bret. I want to try to do the sharpshooter. Like I said, everyone gets their special moves in this game, so you do get to see the finisher, like the sharpshooter, and, well, in the case of Owen Hart, if he actually gets to the point where he can do the finisher, he can actually do it as well. Nice. Oh, I missed. Okay, okay. Let me up. Oh, get out of here, you stupid ass. Nice. Look at this. I'm dodging my moves. I am tapping as fast as humanly possible. Nothing's happening. Got it again. No! Every time. Get up, idiot. I'm going after the chair. Screw you. Yeah, that's what I thought. Come here. Oh! Gotcha! If you really want to screw around in the match, you can actually hit the ref. And he'll get knocked senseless. If you hit him enough times, he'll actually go down for a couple minutes. Okay, get in the ring. Oh, threw him over. I'll leave him out there for a minute. Nope, not like that. Come on, come on. I want to go top rope. Can. You can't do his second rope elbow drop in this game, as far as I know. Oh, God, I'm wearing out. All right, so that's a super move. You don't want to let him hit with that. Speaking of, let's see what the super move for Bret is. They're never tied to anything that the wrestlers ever actually did, so don't do them expecting to get something realistic. After climbing turnbuckle, an opponent is down right, up, B. Good lord, I have to get him down first. Uh-oh. No, I'm not. You're not going to do that, dude. You're not doing that. You jerk. I'm going to choke you. Let go! Oh, God. There we go. Oh, God, I have it on the lowest difficulty in this game. Is insane. Oh, ouch. You should not be able to overpower me on level 1. Oh, my God. This is so over. I don't know if I'm doing it right. I assume you just jam on the buttons, but, man, it's not working. Oh, God. I'm wearing myself out trying to tap the buttons. It is just too hard to get these moves off. God, I'm going to have to turn on turbo buttons. This is what I'm going to have to do. This is insane. I have yes, turbo on. Press any key to map to turbo fire. Literally, I'm doing that. Just turning all of them to turbo fire. The game wants to be dirty. I'll be dirty too. Now let's see. Oh, yeah, look at this. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah, down you go, bitch. All right, I think I can do the sharpshooter now. Nope, not like that. Yeah, where you going? Where you going, bitch? Come back. Tell you who the true patriarch of the Hart family is. Coward. Bam. Not winning. Not winning this. I have turbo enabled and he's still overpowering me. They made this entirely too difficult. Get off me, ass. Oh, God. This is insane. I must be doing something wrong here, because I mean, it's so freaking hard to do anything right now. I'm wearing my arm out trying to jam on the button as hard as I can, or as fast as I can to do anything, and it's like, it doesn't matter. That was on the lowest difficulty, if you can believe that. Alright, fine. Let's pick, I was a big fan of The Undertaker for the longest time. If I can find him. In here somewhere. There we go. This should be a squash. Jeez. I shouldn't even... It shouldn't even be close. Undertaker should beat his ass in like 2 minutes. I'm holding turbo and the game is beating it. It's so stupid! Unless the game doesn't register turbo inputs, which I find impossible to believe. And there we go. I'll do a chokehold. Oh, I meant to throw him out. Whatever. Alright, pick up that bucket. Yeah, coward. Ace just gonna wait me out. They let you do chokeholds way too long in this game. This is insane. There is no reason why I should ever lose any kind of grapple when I'm using turbo buttons. Alright, let's turn them off. Whatever. It's not doing it. Oh, wait. I don't know. Let's do this. Yes, clear all of them. Not doing anything to help me. No, it definitely didn't work. Let me see what the Undertaker's super move is. What was it? Let's see. He does a running clothesline? That's lame. Opponent standing, left, right, Y. Oh, I like that. I've lost. He's gonna pin me. God damn it. I am flabbergasted at how hard they made this game. I have it on the lowest possible difficulty, and turbo won't allow me to win grapples. Like, I can't even win. I hate to say it, I might have to just turn on player 2 so I can beat something today. Alright, let's, Now, one of the things that they definitely screwed up with this game is the fact that even though you have two guys that tower over everybody in the ring, in the case of, like, Diesel and The Undertaker, both of them are the exact same height as every other wrestler in the game. So there is absolutely no size advantage. Good Lord. Yeah, it almost seems like there is no advantage to jamming on the button as fast as possible. Well, that was dumb. None. There's no difference. Doesn't matter if I jam on the button 1,000 times or 5. You can see him doing mega moves already. All right, what is Diesel's mega move that I'll never get to use because the game is too f***ing hard? A caber toss behind dizzy opponent. Well, that'll never happen. Down, down, right, B. Knocked out the ref. Nope, not like that. Nothing. Nothing. I could jam on the button a billion times a second. The game's still going to allow him to win every goddamn grapple. Unless there's something I'm missing. And I remember it being you grapple and then you just jam on the button as fast as you can. No, I mean, that is how you do them. Oh, you gotta hold L when you're doing the super move. Well, whatever. Oh, clothesline. Can you kick him? Do something. Hey, ref, you want to stop the chokehold, please? Please. Do something other than just stand there. Idiot. This is outrageously unbalanced. Why the f is everyone so good? No, I'm just gonna run away. This isn't... Like, I might as well use the, Yeah, come back. That's how it's gonna go, dude. Get up. Here, I'll put the bucket down. There you go. This is how I gotta win the match. This is how I gotta win the match. Ass. I'm gonna do the finisher! I did the finisher. Ah, sit on him! Alright, well, I know how to win matches now. Just go out in the ring and grab a bucket and beat the out of him. Alright, well, we gotta do a Royal Rumble as part of the episode today. I mean, there isn't gonna be a ton of difference between most of the other matches other than how many people have to be eliminated or how many people are participating. So I think what we'll do here is we'll just go ahead and pick someone. Yeah, sure, whatever. And this works kind of like the Royal Rumble, even though there's only 12 wrestlers in the game that you can play as. They basically just go through all 12 of them, and then every like minute or so, another wrestler comes out the ring. I don't think they have the pomp and circumstance of having, you know, a countdown where you can see when the next one's going to come out to the ring. I'm pretty sure the way it works is someone just joins the match at some point. Yeah, like that. Oh, come on. Get out of here. Up. Oh. Wow. It apparently goes insanely fast. Now, if you grapple someone next to the ropes and you manage to throw them, like, throw them, they go over the rope, and that's how you eliminate them. Hey, come here, Lex. Stupid wiener. He even has a goofy smile, too. Because he's just an all-natural good guy, all-American. No, he isn't. He played the narcissist for this gimmick. Alright, well, no, you keep dancing. In the case of The Undertaker, I gotta be able to choke people, right? Yeah. That was kind of his thing. Before they allowed him to actually do wrestling moves, he just choked the shit out of everybody. I think the key here is, if you really want to get the bulge on someone when you're tying up with them, jam all the buttons. That's how you're going to get it done. I think it stops at 6 wrestlers. So if 6 are in the ring, you can't... Oh, you can't have any more in the ring until someone goes out. I'll choke you. I'll choke you. I'll choke you. Thank you, Bam Bam. Way to throw people out. Ow. Let's just keep choking everyone. Here's the important part. I'm not going to be the last guy to leave. Ah! God. Yeah, that's how it is. We'll just take turns choking each other. Now I'm going to gouge your eyes. Yeah. I think the way to do it is you have to just jam every button. That's how I'm having success right now. Did I do it? Pause. Does he have a... No, he has... Oh, damn it. This one is the guy has to be down, right? Hold on. The Undertaker's mega move. Oh, opponent standing. Left, right, Y. Well, let's see. Nope, not like that. Nope, didn't even get a chance to do it. Okay, stop hitting the ropes, you idiot. Yeah, I can totally see her choking the Undertaker like that. Yokozuna's in the ring. Naturally, he is supposed to be on the heavy side, but of course he looks very svelte in this game. Hey, I finally got to move off. Still don't know what I got to do to throw someone out of the ring. Let me check his moveset, because it's got to be like a hip toss or boot to face, hip toss. All right, so an opponent has to be running at him. Maybe a Samoan drop, tie up an A. But I think I've been doing that already, and it's not throwing anyone out. Left, right, Y. Ow. Wait a minute. You know what I think I've been doing wrong? I can't imagine this is it. I think I've been putting the difficulty way higher. Oh, not like that. Maybe 10 is the lowest difficulty, and I can't imagine that's it. Why would they do that to players? Gonna choke everyone out. I mean, this is very typical of the Undertaker's wrestling style in the early 90s, because he didn't have a huge moveset. His moveset was literally choke enemies until he had the energy to do a high spot where he would, like, you know, body slam someone or get up on the top rope and do his little marionette dance on the top rope before hitting him over the shoulders. Oh, not like that. I don't know where these whistles keep coming from. Is there a ref outside the ring with a whistle? Offsides. How does that work? Oh, God, I'm done. Oh, I'm so blown up. I stayed in the ring really long. I was the #1 entrant, and I'm still in it. Nope. Oh. Got one! Hey, there we go. I was going for 2. He's not weak yet. Get off me. Although I will say, I don't know why they gave The Undertaker a mustache. I don't think he really ever had that thick of a mustache. Pretty sure he's like a redhead who just dyed his hair really dark to go with the gimmick. So if he ever had a mustache, it wouldn't have been all that visible. Come on, get up, idiot. Nope. Come on. Why does... Bret Hart is definitely not a choker. Ow. Oh, there's no way to get your health back in matches unless there's a code. There might be a code. I want these two to just fight each other. Leave me alone. No. Neither of you leave me alone. You beat each other up. I'm just going to stay back here. No, I definitely don't want to do that. Yeah, go for a high. Uh-oh. Oh, that's not it. That's not it. All right, get up, idiot. Oh, damn it. Ho-ho! Throw him over the rope! Got him! Woohoo! I finally won a match that didn't involve beating someone with a bucket. All right. Just out of pure curiosity, yes, I did win. I only eliminated 2 people, but that's fine. I still won the match. I want to see what happens if I turn the difficulty to 10. Maybe that is supposed to be the quote-unquote low difficulty, and I've just been botching horribly. In which case, why would they ever make a difficulty so high turbo buttons cannot beat someone in a tie-up? This can't be. It can't be that. That would be outrageous. I'll go back with Bret, because I want to do a sharpshooter at some point. Alright, we're about to find out. I turned it to the lowest possible difficulty and could not beat anyone. Let's see if this does anything different. Well, I threw him out of the ring. I threw him out of the ring again. Alright, you want to do it again? Come on, run to me. Come to me, my love. Oh, no, that's not good. Alright, fine. Let's go for a walk. Come here. Yeah, that's what I thought, coward. Come on. Gotcha. Come here. All right, I shouldn't do it that way. Let's see if I can actually beat him in the ring. So far, we haven't tied up, so I don't know. Well? Oh, that didn't hit. Take 2, no. Whoa, okay. He just got that move without any effort. Nah, I don't think it makes a difference. Yeah, I mean, he can pull off moves that easily, then the difficulty was set to outrageously high. Come on. If I gotta do it the cheap way, we're gonna do it the cheap way. Alright, get in the ring. I get back out of the ring. There we go. Now, get in the ring. Damn it! I will beat you with the bucket if I have to. Oh, the crowd's getting behind me. I can see I'm getting ready to do the 4 moves of doom. 5 moves of doom? Yeah, 5 moves. Let's see. He did the backbreaker. He did the Russian leg sweep. He did the elbow drop off the second rope. And wait, here we go. Here we go. Sharpshooter. No, come on. What are you doing? I had it, man. I f***ing had it. When your opponent's down, press R near the feet. He shouldn't have gotten out of that. All right, here we go. Here we go. Do it! Sharpshooter! It's over. All right. Let's do, I think there's a Survivor Series match where we can do 4-on-4. And then we'll do that, and then I think we'll call it an episode. I couldn't tell a difference. I think 1 is just as hard as 10, apparently. You can choose the opponents. I don't care. I want to be Razor Ramon for 1 match. Where is he? All right, so Razor Ramon's going to be on my team. Where's Doink? We'll do Doink. We'll do Doink. Let's be Shawn Michaels. And who haven't we really seen much of yet? We kind of saw 1, 2, 3 Kid. We kind of saw Diesel. Let's see Owen Hart. Why not? It's a hot mess of wrestlers. Oh, what? Didn't mean to do that. Get out of the ring, you idiot. Interesting. I seem to have no control over Doink right now. So I guess the way it works is, even though Survivor Series are supposed to be 4-on-4 matches, can I? Oh, there we go. Yeah. So you can switch. There we go. Oh, come on, get out of the ring, dude. He's gonna be disqualified because he won't get out of the damn ring. Oh. Suplex. Oh, big kick. All right, let's tag in Owen. If I can remember how to tag my teammate. There we go. This is chaos. Dude, get out of the f***ing ring. You're going to get eliminated. You doofus. I have no idea how you switch to another wrestler, but apparently my guys don't know how to get out of the goddamn ring unless you take control of them, and I don't know how you do that. Out of the ring! What are you doing? You doofus! Oh, God, we're going to lose another guy because I can't get out of the damn ring. I don't know what I'm doing wrong here. I also can't see what's happening with my guy. Can I get back in the f***ing ring? Thank you, idiot. Oh, God, that was big. There we go again. I don't know why they keep doing that. I have no idea how to change back to the other guy. Hey, Owen, can you... What am I not doing? I'm going to lose because I keep switching to another player and I don't know how to change back. Oh, that's obnoxious. I have no idea what I got to do to get my guys back in the damn ring where they're supposed to be. Get out. Now. What are you doing, idiot? I don't know how to switch control back to the legal man who is Owen. We're going to lose because I can't do it. Well, we just lost another guy. This match type sucks because I can't figure out how to swap to different wrestlers. What else can we do? Bedlam. That's probably what I should have done. Bedlam, if I'm not mistaken, there is no elimination. It's just one giant match type where everybody in the ring... Well, maybe it's not Bedlam. Brawl, tournament. I think Brawl type, what it is you don't have a ref at the ringside and you can do whatever you want. I may be wrong about that. Guess we'll find out. I want to be Doink. The most gimmick of gimmick wrestlers ever. I guess it is... Oh no, it's 2 on 2. Okay. Cool, whatever. Yeah, okay, so everyone's in the ring all at once, and there is no ref. That's what I thought. And choking is totally legal, so I'm gonna choke the absolute shit out of Bret Hart. Heck. So one of the things that I had prepared to talk about today before, you know, starting the game and realizing how impossibly hard it was, we did the episode for WWF WrestleMania back in 2023, about 2 years ago from the recording of this episode. At the time, I talked about the fact that I was, you know, a big fan of wrestling during I'd say the tail end of the golden era into the attitude era. And around that time, I kind of stopped watching because it just, the content had become a little bit too soap opera-y in the sense that wrestling didn't seem to involve a whole lot of actual wrestling so much as, hey, this person is doing this thing to this guy's girlfriend, you got to beat him up for that reason. Or, hey, Vince or some other character in the ring is doing something that's, you know, maybe a little bit sexual misconduct-y with another wrestler's girl or, you know, one of the divas at that time. And it turned me off. I didn't really care for the matches around that time. Since then, one of the big changes that has happened, of course, is that WWE has moved the Raw brand to Netflix. And around that time, I decided I wanted to... I'm just going to keep poking you in the tummy, dude. Yeah, get out of here. Oh, he's out. Get in. All right, so now it's just me and Bret Hart. Netflix decided to start carrying Raw as a brand. The first episode came on back in... I'm just going to stay in here. I'm the legal man, so is Bret Hart, but he's outside fighting Shawn Michaels for whatever reason. Give me time to talk. They decided to start carrying Raw as a brand on Netflix. And the first episode came out on January 6th. Around that time, I had decided to take a week off from work just to kind of recuperate from some of the stuff going on around the holidays. Not to mention, I had applied for a position that I was set to interview for with my current employer the same week that I was out of the office. So everything kind of lined up that way. When the episode aired, I said, you know, I haven't watched a wrestling event in 20 some odd years. Why not? We'll check it out, see if it's any good. Let me tell you, if there is an entertainment equivalent of heroin, it has got to be pro wrestling, because I watched one match and I was like, I'm totally back in. Yeah, I don't know any of the wrestlers. I don't know any of the storylines going on between any of the guys that are wrestling anymore, but it's still entertaining. They still know how to put on an incredible match. And even though I have my critiques of what they did for that first episode, because they treated it like a pay-per-view, or I guess they now call them premium live events, it was very good. they really did drag out 4 matches over a 3-hour event, which was kind of a bummer. But ultimately, the show drew me in, and I watched the whole thing, and it was entertained. So I think that's the important part. And Bret Hart got back in the ring. But this would have been right around the height of when I was watching wrestling, was this particular period of time with Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. The Undertaker was starting to become a mainstay in the roster at this point. So this would absolutely be, the time where I had my most interest. And I'd say, right around the Attitude Era when it really started going insane was kind of where I started tailing off. Oh! I don't know what that's going to do for me. Just kick him. I'm getting out of the ring. I'm going to get a chair. Come here. You want some? Why are you not getting poked in the tummy? You coward. Gotcha. But yeah, it was very entertaining. I did, because it's always been my favorite pay-per-view event, or I guess now they call them premium live events. The Royal Rumble was always my favorite event, and I didn't know it actually had become something where they don't actually do pay-per-view anymore so much as what they call premium live events, where it was carried on Peacock, I think. I went ahead and watched it, and yeah, it was very, very entertaining. So, yeah. Am I going to keep up with it on a regular basis? I don't know. I think that would require a level of attention that I just don't have the time or energy for anymore. Why are you not hitting him? Now, let me see what his finishing move is. I think it's the whoopee cushion, which is like he sat on people's chests from up high, but let's take a look. Off the turnbuckle and lands with it on his butt. All right, yep, that's right. All right, up. Oh, he didn't get in there in time. Come on. We got this. Just need to finish him off, and I want to do it. I'm not going to do it the way I want. I might as well just choke him down. It's over. I won. I was going to try to do the whoopee cushion, but I didn't have a chance. And I couldn't really get any mega moves to work. I kept trying them, but they didn't seem to want to execute. But yeah, I mean, I may or may not stick with it, but I've kind of watched a couple of Raws recently. I keep trying to catch SmackDown, but it's on TV. I don't know if they carry any of those episodes on any streaming platforms, and that would be where I usually watch that kind of stuff, because, well, I have a TV package. I almost never use it unless it's for sporting events. But yeah, I'm probably gonna start watching again, because it's it's mindless and fun to watch. And I will say the one thing that I think they've definitely improved on since I watched it last is the women's wrestlers are so much better at what they do than when I used to watch, when it was more divas, and all they really did when they went out to the ring was one of two things: slap fights or bra and panty matches, where the entire point of the match was to strip the opponent's clothing off, which was great for titillating the male audience, but maybe not necessarily demonstrating their abilities in the ring, which none of them were hired for to begin with. And nowadays, wrestlers are actually, the female wrestlers are actually trained to wrestle as opposed to just come out and be sexy. I think they've definitely improved. Not that they aren't without my, what I would call, critiques of how they do things in the ring, especially something I would refer to as scampering, where they're supposed to be in position to do a certain move, like a body slam or someone doing a spot off the top rope, and for whatever reason the wrestler's not in the right spot, and it's very obvious they're not in the right spot because you can see them kind of like quickly scamper into the right spot to take the hit, which always looks terrible. They got to work on that. The male wrestlers, for whatever reason, are really good at covering that kind of stuff up, but the female wrestlers just are terrible at it. All right, let's do some final thoughts on WWE Raw. Frankly, I'm going to be pretty rough on this one because I don't know if it's something that they changed on the back end to make the game more difficult. I don't remember it being that hard when I played WWF WrestleMania or Royal Rumble, but the grapple system in this game does not seem to favor you, ever. I kept setting the difficulty and it didn't seem like it mattered what I put it on, but the opponent always seemed to have the edge. It didn't matter if I had 100% health or 2% health. If we got on a grapple and I started jamming on any button, any single button, I wasn't going to get the move off. They were going to win the grapple. The only way I could counter that seemed to be just to jam on every button on the controller as fast as I could. Homer Simpson style mashing the keypad with my fingers to get a move to happen. And by doing that, even though there was absolutely no science or strategy involved, I did manage to get more moves in. Second, and I find this interesting, there's a ref in the match, and you can knock the ref down to attempt illegal moves. But at no point did it seem like any of the illegal moves that the ref would normally call a match for were ever stopped or had a match disqualified for. You would be standing 2 feet away from him and you would do a chokehold or an eye poke and the ref wouldn't do anything. You would get out of the ring and you would grab a weapon like a chair or a bucket and hit the enemy with it, and the ref would do nothing. But I don't think they actually got that part right. I would think if you were trying to get some kind of illegal move system in the game, the ref should actually stop you or disqualify you if you do an illegal move, and it never seemed to happen. I do like the fact they put a Royal Rumble match in this game. Obviously, this isn't the first one they did it in. They did it in Royal Rumble before this. And I also really like that they had the finishing moves that we barely got to see because I couldn't actually win a match to save my life, but we saw a couple of them. We got to see the power bomb from Diesel. We got to see the sharpshooter, which is both Bret Hart and Owen Hart's finishing moves. Interesting enough, and I don't know if this was always the case, but at least at this point in time, Shawn Michaels wasn't necessarily finishing matches with his sweet chin music or super kick. He was doing a suplex, which was called the teardrop suplex. And it is what they use in this game. He doesn't do a super kick at any point in the game. I think in future video games for WWF, maybe not ones that were produced by Acclaim, they actually do change it to a super kick. And I do like, even though I really couldn't take advantage of it because I was just kind of mashing on the buttons to try to win every grapple, that wrestlers have special moves that they perform that are more in line with the moves that they would use in real life. Like I said, they were very, and I'm sure this is why they did it, they're very careful to try to put as many of the 5 moves of doom that Bret Hart had into the game, because if you knew anything about Bret Hart when he was wrestling, while he was probably one of the best technical wrestlers of his time and of all time, if I'm being honest, he had a certain group of moves that he would do every match when he was wrapping things up and getting ready to do his sharpshooter, which was, the backbreaker, the over his knee, the Russian leg sweep, the elbow drop from the second rope, a couple of other moves, and I'm blanking on what they all were, but they put a bunch of them in here, not all of them, but they put some of them in here. And other wrestlers, if they didn't really have a standard move set that they always went to, they usually just added something that probably would have fit their particular skill set. Some wrestlers were obviously more talented than others. Diesel, as big as he was not the deepest, didn't have the deepest bench in terms of moves. Big guys rarely ever did that. Most of what they did was they just whacked people really hard and they collapsed on their knees, and then maybe they do 2 or 3 slams that they could do without injuring themselves, because if you're really big, you had to be cautious, especially with moves involving your legs, because that's where most of the force was ending if you were, jumping up and down in the ring. So they never did moves off the top rope, ever. Big guys just couldn't do that stuff. But they added unique moves in here. Again, I think the game, as far as what I could experience, no matter what the difficulty, seem to lean way too heavily on you either choking the enemy because it's a grapple that apparently no one can break out of. Even the computer at the highest difficulty could not break out of it. You would be able to pull off a chokehold for, 4 or 5 seconds before they actually got free. And using the chairs or the buckets. The bucket I had a ton of success with. I would just get them out of the ring, and then while they were trying to catch up to me, I'd just start wailing on them with the bucket and take a ton of health off. They really should have found a way to make the in-ring grapple system more fair, and frankly, it was frustrating how difficult it was to get anything done here. My regret for this game, and it's interesting because I remember liking it when I was younger, and for whatever reason, I just don't have the same love for the game now as I did when I was younger. I regret renting it. Now, maybe I was hitting the wrong button when I was trying to set the difficulty, but I don't think that was the case because they only ever allowed you to advance using I guess it was the A button on the controller. A or, no, it would have been B. The B button, because I think if you hit the X button, it would back up. So why wouldn't the same button that allows you to select your character and select the game modes also allow you to set the difficulty? And if that is a difficulty setting, what is it making easier or harder? Enemy health, which seemed to be dropping just the same no matter what difficulty. The chance of you winning a grapple, because it didn't matter what I did. It seems like the enemy always won unless I was mashing every single conceivable button. The difficulty setting on this game just didn't seem to work at all, which was a huge detraction. I think they made better systems in wrestling games in future games on more recent consoles. We're going to be looking at WWF Warzone sometime in the future here. Probably not that long away, maybe within the next, say, 4 or 5 months. I did have the N64 copy of Warzone, and that game used a completely different system. Obviously, it was a 3D polygonal model game. That the era that it was set in was the Attitude Era, so you already had Stone Cold Steve Austin, you had The Rock, a lot of guys that were, there in like 96, 97, maybe 98. I'm not 100% on that. But it was away from New Generation and definitely far away from Golden Era, so you had more of the wrestlers who kind of made big names for themselves in the late 90s when wrestling really exploded again because of the edginess of the content that they were putting together. This game, unfortunately, representative of probably the worst parts of the move sets that they, or the control system that they had for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis trilogy, because I had a much different experience playing WWF WrestleMania, not only in the past, but also just for this channel. And this one, it felt like nothing I was doing was actually working. The game was pure chaos and not within my control, which just detracts from this kind of game. If you have no control over what's happening in the ring, I don't even know why you're bothering to play the game. We do have another wrestling game. I only had 2 others that we were going to look at any point on the channel, at least that I had planned for. We might pick up like WCW NWO Revenge at some point, because it was a landmark game when that came out, and I don't remember ever playing it, but we can certainly look at it on the channel. I think there was going to be a series coming up sometime in the future where we were going to be looking at games that I'd never actually played, and that may be one of the ones that we put in there because I know it was one that a lot of people have fond memories of. But other than this game and Warzone, I think the only other one that I had planned for either Nub's Collection or Rental Regrets was an interesting departure from typical wrestling games, which was WWF WrestleMania, the arcade game, which if you've never played it before, I believe it was made by Midway. I might be wrong on that. And the game doesn't play like a wrestling game. It plays like a fighting game. In fact, the way the game works is when you deplete the enemy's health, you pin them to end the match, but there's no like 1, 2, 3, and you really can't even do that during the match. You can't try to pin someone before their health is depleted. You only can pin them once they've lost all their health. And they have combos, just like in a fighting game where you do a quarter circle one way and you do an attack, and everything is really wacky and over the top, like when you hit The Undertaker, bats and spider webs fly out of his body, and when Lex Luger, who's one of the wrestlers, does his elbow to the forehead or the forearm to the forehead. He was famously supposed to be wearing an elbow pad on one arm because he had surgical work done on the one elbow, and he had some steel implants in his forearm to try to repair the damage. I think he had broken his arm or something. And they told him he had to put padding over his arm because, you know, it could be used as a foreign weapon. Well, if you hit someone with your elbow in that game as Lex Luger, his arm literally just becomes a big I-beam. So they definitely leaned into the more comical aspects of wrestling for that game. And I think it's going to be interesting to look at. It's going to be in Round of Regrets. I don't know when we'll actually see it because I usually randomize the games that we look at as part of that channel, unless I get a wild hair and want to look at something specific at one point in time. Today being an example because I just thought now would be a good time to look at this game again because WWE has just kind of come back into my life. Thanks to Netflix. Thank you, Netflix. All right, yeah, my regret, I don't think this is a very good game, and frankly, if you had played any of the Super Nintendo or Sega Genesis games, even though this one had the most features, grappling system sucks, and it does not feel fair at all, so I regret renting this one, and frankly, looking at it today, so yeah, kind of a stinker. That's going to do it for this episode of Rental Regrets. As always, I do appreciate each of you watching, and I will see you next time.